Not gonna lie, Bear, I'm not sure if this is vindictive, but I was hoping that the pre-rolls would end before you got here, so you wouldn't have pre-rolls. I'm not sure if that's mean to say or not. Well, if you're not seeing them right now, then yeah, you you missed them. They're gone. Now that I think about it, yeah, whenever I click it, I guess if you're not here for it, you just don't get pre-rolls at all. I'm sobbing and I am weeping. I'm really carving my way into Dorohedoro right now. Near chapter 100, I'm chapter 96. Things are heating up. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil anything. The music is not helping. Very Cocomelon-esque music. It's Bug Snacks. Um, I'm in distraught. I can't say any of the, oh, hello everybody. Can't say any of the man, I really turned into an NPC right there. Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. It's currently 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Yeah, the upcoming songs here. Are there any? This song is called Do the Impossible. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's Chicory. Chicory Tail. Oh my god. Can we get something calm, please? Okay, there we go. Ah, there we go. Cool. So yeah, hope you're doing well, everybody. Not really much to report on. Without any further ado, we'll just head over to my glitchy main scene here. There we go. Cool. Yeah. Once again, nothing to report on. I'm doing a terrible job at working on the lesson 5 video script. But you know what? It's summer. I don't really care. Then again, what other time do I have to work on lesson content? Hope your day's going well so far, Bear. That is not my start timer button. But yeah, no, I've been kind of like, I don't know a good word for it, obsessive with Dorohedoro. I'm almost, I'm like spamming the comic every day. In fact, I didn't really even play video games or anything today. I just kind of read that. I have a weird headache. I'm hoping it goes away during stream. I couldn't find any Tylenol before stream, so it was good. Good to hear. I'm having too many lazy days in a row. I really need to get a hold of myself. Oof. And this headache is getting much worse as I go on streaming, and it's only been like 3 minutes, so. Happy to get some cylinders, or hopefully 2 cylinders, but we've been at a pretty consistent rate so far. I think what I need right now more than anything to help me focus is to be around less people. Like I share an office. I feel like I get my best work done. Ooh. Skip that song. I feel like I get my best work done whenever I'm not surrounded by people. Just kind of on my lonesome. I'm a lone wolf, king of the jungle, but still social and with it. That is, I think at this point, that is my favorite Germa clip of all time. Or at least it's the one I quote the most. This music's a bit intense. I'm gonna switch it to some Kolu for a bit. It's a very Kolu kind of night. Here, we'll pause the timer. Calm down. There we go. Let's get some Kolu radio going. If I could find one. Let's see. I don't think. Give me Kolu. I'm being cheated. Scammed right now. There we go. My most quoted one is one where he was in the medieval hairstyle. Father, I believe he should die. No, father, I believe he should live. That's a good one. You can see my mic, I apologize. What most viewers actually don't know about that German clip is he actually was deciding the fate of a person in chat. It wasn't a bit. And I think we all know the conclusion of that debate. Rest in peace, chat member. Super foreshortening this one because I'm a twisted freaking psychopath. I'm gonna have a Dora Hedora rant because I feel like it. I'm a bit upset, not in a bad like the it's badly written. No, it's just I love Kaiman so much, and the current part of the show is there is very little Kaiman show manga. There's very little Kaiman happening right now, and I get why. It makes sense, but in fact, practically no Kaiman. But we're getting a lot of Nikaido. I don't really have any connection to the cross-eye goons. And I'm a bit sad that like we're getting it's mostly the cross-eye goons right now. Very little ends group. You get a tiny bit of Fujita and Shin here and there. I pretend the second part doesn't exist sometimes. It's not as fun as the first part, IMO. It's just like, oh, what's up, cat? It's just a lot of chaos right now. Just tons and tons of chaos. And I'm like very impressed about how much they persisted the chaos. Like it's still going. We're talking about Dorohedoro. Some of the writing. I like it when they focus on Nikaido and her abilities and all that. Mainly because pieces start falling together whenever we focus back on her. Oof. During BRB, I'm definitely gonna go grab some medicine for this headache. It's the brain worm telling me to draw Kaiman. How's your day going so far, Kat? You get any 50% done? Oh, is today Wednesday or Tuesday? Today's Wednesday or Tuesday. I was about to do my Wednesday workout today in my head. Tuesday. I was about to do my Tuesday workout. On the topic of voice actors from last stream, I will never be able to do a British accent, no matter how hard I try. Need to ghost more. I say as I don't ghost more. Drew something, but I didn't like it. I'm thinking about redrawing it again. Well, you mentioned you not liking things, but in that time, you didn't give an objective basis for why you didn't like them. So if you're going to redraw this, do you have some objective reasons as to why you didn't like it and what you'll do better next time? Kavel, I need to rant. I cannot exercise in the morning. I've tried so hard, but I never end up doing it. It's fine. It's tough. It's kind of like the sleep schedule thing. I've heard from people that they like try fixing or like try making it so they can sleep for a certain amount of hours or wake up during a certain time of day, but sometimes they just can't. Like the friction and effort required to do that is debilitating. So it's just kind of better to, you know, find what works for you and make a workaround for that. If it's easier to work out at night, hey, yeah. It's not like it's going to completely ruin your sleep. Now, will you probably get better sleep? Possibly, yeah, but it's not like it's going to be the end of the world. And in fact, I bet your body may adjust to it. When it comes to working out and sleep and all that, find the thing that makes you the healthiest, right? Because yeah, if it causes stress and you end up not being able to do it, then yeah. For me, what I eventually started doing last semester is I'd wake up, go to class because I have to go to class. Voice crack, and then I would work out. Anyway, scroll grow up, but the face and eyes are off, and I have a hard time with the clothes. Cool. How were they off? Were the eyes too high, too small? Was the nose in the wrong position? And what do you find hard about clothes? Is it the folds, the gravity? What's up, Senrio? Hope you're doing well. You have. Welcome back. Putting it on top of the construction, like an additive form. Yes, the mornings for me are where my parents are up and busy doing chores, so I help out. And sometimes I have to wake up early to go out for things, so I stress about that too. Gotcha, gotcha. I am doing well, Sandra. I hope you're doing well as well. mm. So Bear, are there other times in the day that would work better for you to work out? Maybe like right before lunch, right after lunch, right before stream, during stream, after stream? And Kat, for your, of course, I'm no expert in any of this, but if I was in your situation, I would really hunker down and maybe study other people's art or look for specific examples of how people draw on top of forms, do additive forms. Maybe do some like little tests on my own of like how to place something on top of an additive form or a base form. I need to analyze my schedule for that. Gotcha. Because yeah, working out's tough because like you have to time it with food and like when you can actually go to the gym slash have the availability in your house maybe to work out. There's a will, there is a way though. I need to have a more consistent schedule. I hope my parents aren't watching the stream. Um, but sharing an office with them is so difficult. Like I get so distracted so easily. When I'm at my apartment and I have absolutely no distractions, I am crazy productive. And here, it's so hard. It's so difficult. And like some summers I've thought about moving back to my apartment or stuff like that just to get things done. I'm telling dad, well, no. And honestly, what I've considered doing, I hate working on my laptop when writing scripts or doing things that require multiple monitors. But I'm honestly just going to consider staying in my room to work on my scripts until like 5 p.m. The cat said, that makes sense. My construction is good. It's the clothes that mess me up. Obviously, I wouldn't be like constrained there, but like idling around my house where there's quiet. Or just doing something to fill up that earlier part of the day. So the later day, I have the energy and the focus and the environment to do scripts, but we'll see. And Kat, the way I've always thought about clothes, I'm not sure if this is the right way, is like I have my solid construction, and then I quite literally imagine just draping something over it, like a lot like form intersections and organic intersections more specifically. You know how we had like drape it on top? It's the same kind of like, okay, if I drape something in real life, how would the gravity affect it? And whenever I do clothes, I usually just reference tons and tons of fabrics and clothes and stuff for specific types of folds at joints and such. Like masses, sausages. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't do. I mean, that's where you have to like understand what construction is. Construction isn't exactly what Drawbox teaches us. Like, not everything's going to be done with an organic form, but it's the same principles, right? Like, and so I use that for like a cloth is just a 2D plant. It's like leaves a bit, like combine leaves and organic intersections. But obviously, it's not the same thing. You have to kind of go out on your own and explore what it means to twist and turn fabric and lay it over things. Of course, explore a bit on your own with some tests and such, right? Usually, whenever I am drawing from reference that has clothes, the clothes on the reference give me a pretty good idea of what folds should exist. And even though I'm changing clothes, usually if I draw from reference, or adding clothes if it's like a nude reference or whatever, um, I can infer from the joints and positions and stuff. So like draw from life. Try to get as many similar poses, or like if you have a character with a bent arm, try to find a bunch of pictures. Oh, my timer is paused still. Try to find a bunch of references of characters with bent arms and wearing clothes. Of course, try to get them from real life too. Don't use other character drawings if you can help it. Huge. Man, this headache's killer. I'm gonna redraw my drawing now. I got the itch. Cool. Cool, cool. Alrighty. So, as you guys know, it's also the timer's kind of fake, so we're just gonna bam. As you guys know, we're gonna hit BRB. So over on the Twitch side, we're gonna run 2 minutes of ads to get rid of pre-rolls for hopefully the rest of the stream. I'm gonna go grab some medicine for my headache, and then we're gonna get into cylinders. So be right back, everybody. That's strange. My music died. I accidentally went to the end screen, and also my script isn't working for changing. Okay, that works. There we go. Okay, that was strange. Everything exploded while I was gone. I always love, leaving and then everything breaks. That's such a great feeling. Uh, yeah, got some medicine. I stepped outside, and when I was walking back inside, there was the crow on the roof. And so, I make sure to walk like a little bit slower just to not like freak it out or anything. And like when I was walking inside, it just went towards me. That's the first time they've ever like vocalized, I think, directly towards me, because there's like no other birds or anything. It was very quiet. So like I would assume that it's not for any other animal but me, and it just went Meh. So shout out that crow. And it seems crows. Oh no, that's a blue jay. What's up, Delano? True. Do I count as a mod? Also, and I haven't been in chat, so it wouldn't even matter anyways. How's your day going, Delano? Also, yeah, you've been promoted. Uh, I only had migraine proof acetaminophen, so I took probably way more than I need. Me, do you hear yourself? So we'll see how that goes. Not like a crazy dosage or anything, but definitely a lot to cure the headache, or enough to. I'm doing well. How are you guys? Hope everything is good. I can't hear anything. That was a message. Oh, no. Almost lost my page. It's okay. I wouldn't watch these streams either. Actually, I'm like stream probably 50 out of 121 for the lesson 5 playlist. So I'm about halfway through. But then I have to go through all my Discord critiques and the actual critiques, so there's a lot more work to be done there. Oh god, the headache is still hitting me. Yikes, it's like in the back right of my head. It's like a stinging feeling. I get these headaches like rarely, but when they do, they suck. So maybe I should keep the jazz just to kind of like soothe my very in pain brain. Oh gosh, I wish I could stream with my lights off, dude. Or like, I wish I could somehow like magically see my page, but not have to have the lights on and all that stuff. I'm not totally feeling this song. All of these are too intense. I need some crazy chill stuff. Here we go. This feels good. The Perfect Game. Late Night Tones. JXSN. Nathan Kersey Wilson. Also, before stream, I was watching a little bit of the Draftsman podcast. That is the... Why do I keep pressing my mute button? I don't know. It was the episode on why should we learn art history. And of course, I expected Marshall to be a very, very strong advocate for learning art history. And Proko to be halvesies on, he could understand why you wouldn't, someone not even wouldn't, but like would be turned off from doing that. I haven't finished it. But great episode. Yeah, I've loved it so far. I just love Marshall's voice. I would be so happy if he made a podcast just talking about, like, the past couple of podcasts he's talked about the Civil War movie that he's watched, I would totally take a podcast of just like every episode is him elaborating on his "what's your thing" stuff. A new podcast episode. I am not cut up. I'm kind of like flipping through them. The most modern one I watched was a couple months ago when they were talking about AI, or no, it was NFTs. The advent of NFTs and how it was like job scarcity and the fear of that. My favorite podcast episode is probably the drugs one. Just not only because it's funny and we got Walter White, Marshall Vandruff, but it was just a good topic, you know, a very mature and realistic discussion on the use of narcotics, psychedelics, and the such in the art space and what it does to an artist. I feel like listening to those two also just makes me a better speaker. I feel like I'm more enunciated and such, using more pompous vocabulary. Okay, I'm done. But yeah, I really love those two. It's such a great listen every time. There are definitely podcasts where you can notice that they're a bit more off the rails than usual. Oh, don't choke. Why did I choke? I choked. You guys all saw that. I also need to stop having a weird accent and change out the pen I'm using because this is a bad pen. Actually, no, I'm going to use the bad pen because I'm lazy. It is a life goal to meet those two. There are no bad pens, just bad pen holders. False. I hate it when I draw at night, knowing the shadow below me. I feel that. Quite literally. The hedgehog. We're not doing that this stream. Veto band. I want this one to be close to 90. So like this would be 90. We went like right here. Methinks. I still need to edit the VOD from last stream to cut out all of my Sonic moments from that. We broke up. I liked the Sonic moment. Don't do drugs. That's no good. I just bear crawled from my room to my living room and back. I'm a beast. I love doing that. Have you ever bear crawled up the stairs? Do you do that? I do that all the time. Or yeah, I do it some of the time. Especially like really steep stairs. You just kind of, four leg that thing, put in, what is it called? 4-wheel drive that thing. First story, I'm gonna assume horse? Hosu? I don't know why that reminded me of the Northern Line clip where he's talking about playing Umasune on not on his phone because if anyone sees him playing that, he'll get his kids taken away. Apartment living gang. Did I ever? I don't think I all fours at my apartment just because the stairs were sometimes duty. I actually saw the one. I saw you Discord caught you playing Umasune or whatever it's called. I remember the only exposure I had to that game was this very awesome YouTube channel that I recommend to everyone called Japan Analysis or Japan Analysis. And they talked about Umasume or whatever it's called in some capacity. I lost a bet someone to play that Limbus company in exchange for playing that game. Hey, valid. You got someone to play Peak. Is this square? Uh-oh. I don't know. This face seems too long. And so we shorten that by, and I want to increase the degree so we can move this VP out a little bit. It's a fun game though. I really have no commentary as to what the game is. I have not seen it. Yeah. Okay, what's going on here? Why is this not square yet? I think we need to actually move it inwards. And since this is so highly foreshortened on the top, that means it's very close. Let's see. If the focal point was here, the focal point would be over here to the right, which means we actually can foreshorten the height of it. But we are probably at this point going to experience a lot of distortion. Or we could even, actually no, it's easier to note it square right here. Horse Girl Racing Simulator. This face seems too long at that point, and we want to increase the degree. Let's either move this out, which we can't because it's going to become parallel. I do think Mata would like that game. Fuck these. Oh my gosh, is my brain not working? Why can I not turn this into a square? This VP must be very close because this line is longer. No. Yes? No. Yes. Yes. Because this line is shorter, so the VP must be closer. And this line is longer, so this VP must be further away. I'm purposely blurring my eyes right now to try to find the square here. I'm really trying. So I think choosing to take, okay, I've a couple takes here. This is a serious rant, guys, about projects, big projects, and how we handle them. I think the biggest project I've ever gone and completely like finished it was my map I made for GM Pile. But there wasn't that many moving pieces. I completed in a what people in project development call a waterfall method, where it was pretty linear. I went from this stage to this stage to this stage to this side. And this is kind of how I've done all of my personal projects. I've, done the script writing, and then I've made the outline, and then I've made the, what is it called? Storyboard. Stuff like that. No Kavel website, not yet. I've definitely determined that my effort should go towards making these videos before a Kavel website. And so yeah, with these me holding off on the lesson 3 video, I now have lesson 3, 4, and 5 and another video to work on. And so that's a lot, and it's intimidating. That's the key point of this entire rant, is it's intimidating to have such a big project, especially where you don't really necessarily know where to go after each step, because every video I try to do something new. And so my biggest thing is I'm trying to get used to working on a very small portion of it every day, rather than just going 8 hours a day on it, which is what I usually do for most things. Actually, more realistically, like 4 to 6. And so it's interesting because lesson 3, 4, and 5, I'm treating it all as one video. in reality, it's 3 different videos. But in me treating it as one video, it feels like the scope is enormous. And I was really hoping the scope would feel smaller when I treat it as one video mentally. But that did not change. My perceived stress of the scale of these projects. Here, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna mess with my thing. In fact, I'm not sure really what I want to do with the website because actually on Comfy, someone proposed making something very similar to what some of the Kavel website was going to be, and on Comfy he didn't shoot it down. That's a mean way of saying it, but he like cautioned against it because it could encourage Dropbox students to not necessarily cheat, because I don't know what cheating and drawing entails, right? But to definitely like take an easier way out. Which I do not want to encourage with the things that I make. Why can I not turn this into a square for the life of me? Maybe the Kavel website will happen. Who knows? Maybe a different way. I did want it to be kind of like a blog, but knowing me, I will not use the blog. I will not post to it because I don't really have the patience to write down stuff like that. And I just also don't think my thoughts are that important to post on a blog. I have Discord, right? Heck yeah. Finally, I can drink. Yummy. Sorry. That hydrate was actually quite helpful because I looked at this from a new angle. I was like, that's not feeling very square. Stretch. Oh my gosh. You guys are putting me through it. For a while, and this is probably just me doing white boy LARPing. Not me LARPing as a white boy, but a white boy that LARPs on things. Is I really wanted to learn Tai Chi. Because I feel like, learning to move your body like that, I guess. These like very rhythmic, not mindless, it's clearly mindful, right? But meditative, that's the correct word. Meditative exercises for your body. Seems pretty intriguing. That's not LARPing. I don't know. I have a fear that like my attempts to embrace a culture like that is either appropriation or just some like cringe like thing, but Japan, China, really whatever culture that's seen as unique and different than, yeah. I talked about this last stream. I guess maybe it's the sign. I really want to get into drawing meditations or meditative drawing, whichever one. I feel like that would be a positive force in my life. because Dorohedoro has definitely like opened my mind up to being comfortable with drawing more like, is grotesque the correct word? I think grotesque is grotesque, edgy, kind of gross things, right? Culture approaching is a pretty gray area, but as long as it's okay. Huge. Yeah, because I'm not trying to be the guy who just does it to be cool because other cultures are cool or etc. Right? Because like a lot of cultural. Actually, I'm not sure if a lot of, but cultural appropriation, I feel like for a sect of people is just because these cultures are seen as cool and unique and beautiful. But because of the fact that culture is beautiful and unique, people adopt these things just for that fact, not for appreciation or respect of the culture. But once again, I'm not a very intelligent person, so I don't think you guys need me to soapbox on what is and isn't cultural appropriation and why it happens. But I do want to avoid it, that's for sure. Okay, this is feeling more square. This angle, looking at it from this angle for me is that try to karate because it looked cool. I, of course, watch so many videos about karate to learn more. Any shadow Kavel activity? Yes, a couple, like a week or two ago. I took 2 melatonin, which is the normal dose. And I woke up like cradling my laptop charger and a pencil. And yeah, I really couldn't explain that. My laptop charger and my pencil were on the other side of my room, under a book. So I somehow sleepwalked, picked up the book, and then like big spooned my charger, my laptop charger, and my like a pencil, like a wooden pencil. And I was very confused as to how it got into my bed. No drawings. I feel like that was Shadow Cabal trying to get the materials to draw, and got very confused when it came to the laptop charger. The my sticky notepad was right next to the charger. Wholesome Shadow Cabal moment. I guess I had to protect the charger. The charger was feeling lonely or something. Who knows? Shadow Cabal's going to surpass us at this rate with his activities hugging chargers and stealing pencils. I'm not sure he's a threat. I want a smoothie. Everybody in chat, put your favorite smoothie in chat. He said chat twice. What? Shadow Cavel never sleeps. Mango. Anything else in the mango? Can't just be mango, because that's just mango juice. This is the hardest square I've ever drawn. That's his motto. Bear's talking like Ebisu. I want to try peanut butter smoothie. He reminds me of that guy from One Piece. I can't remember his name. I'm really saying that guy from One Piece is like tough because One Piece has so many characters. Try to think of a character that does things in his sleep. I really can't remember though. I'm not Zenitsu, but I hate Zenitsu. Hate's a strong word. I severely do not like Zenitsu. Maybe Demon Slayer will change that, but or Infinity Castle. When is Infinity Castle coming out? Infinity Cabal. Joked. Thanos. Blonde guy, Glazer, his first appearance is from Dressrosa. I don't remember, especially if it's Dressrosa. I don't remember Thanos. Is Thanos blonde? Is he part of Oh my gosh, what's his name? The main villain. Is he had a horse? Oh yes, Cavendish. Yes, now I know who you're talking about, Cavendish. You said Infinity Kavel. Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry. Wobbly lines. Come on, Cav, be more confident. Did you guys get anything for Steam Summer Sale? I bought like 5 things and funded them all. I got a game because of Noodle. Shout out everybody, go watch Noodle on YouTube. Very, very popular YouTuber, but still amazing, great video essays, great animations, etc. There's a game called Straftat, which is a 2v2 shmup. Love it. Or FPS, I don't know. It's very good, very fun with friends. I bought the $5 extension pack, which I highly recommend. I don't think anything else. I re-downloaded Spiritfarer so I could actually finish it. Because I've not. My roommates really want me to play the game that Northern Line plays a lot. It's like a Super Auto Pets-esque. I can't remember the name of it. I haven't been in a mood to play a game like that yet, but when I am, I will play it. Out of respect for my roommates. It's free though, so it's not really Steam Summer Sale. I've been wanting to buy AAAs, but I know I haven't played it. Like, I could buy God of War Ragnarok because my PS4 probably has exploded at this point. It's like a decade old or something. Isn't that a Roblox game? Straftat or Spiritfarer? Neither are that I know of. But Straftat does remind me, I want to work out to some drum and bass tonight. Some like EDM, Half-Life, like club mix stuff. Oh, Super Auto Pets. I'm not sure if it. I know it's its own game, but it probably, given its simplicity and just addicting playstyle mechanics, I bet it probably worked its way into Roblox or someone made it. There's that pet unboxing gambling thing. Thanks Roblox for harboring gambling. Also, guys, I want to make a quick shout out to a pin that I've gotten. That me likey. You should enter our competition and make sure you haven't slept in like 24 hours so Shaffle can. Here, wait. So this will probably replace all my other pins of the nature. Oh gosh, my phone just attached to my drawing tray. Cool. This is so I'm not usually a fan of Sakura because it's very overpriced, and this was very overpriced. But or the pack I got this specifically the FB. It's the smallest one, and the most firm brush. It's a brush pen, with like a very very fine tip. I use this for oh. I use this for my Kaiman drawing. And I loved the control I had. I loved every bit of it. It's still tough to control, as all brush pens are, but I felt like I had a lot more control than others. And I liked how thin it was. I feel like a big issue with brush pens for me is I like smaller canvases sometimes, and it's hard to have a smaller canvas, so. Oh, Adopt Me as a Roblox game. Ooh. I really love the graphic design for the album art here. Nice. I need to ghost like 80 times. I'm not feeling confident. Then again, I'm not sure if that'll help. Man, I really need to dust. There's dust everywhere. Every time I've played Roblox, which is twice in my life, I've gotten a headache. It's just so much. Like the games that my friends have encouraged me to play. Too much going on. One was the Doors game, which was fun, but I got a headache very fast. And then another was like a FPS. It was like a deathmatch thing. I can't remember the name of it. It was quite fun as well. Why? Why do I do this? Why am I like this? Okay. Guess we're doing rounded boxes today. Sorry if that was a bad noise. I'm just waiting till I get popular enough so people start making worse noise 2025 compilations for me. Dragon Adventures, I really recommend it. From my aged experience playing video games, if my friend ever told me to download Dragon Adventures, just it sounds like a scam. I trust you that it isn't or anything. I mean, it's Roblox, right? But worst noise 2025 candidate, Kavel noise compilation. I would like to see anyone make a compilation of any of this because, like, as a person who is currently going through all of my streams for lesson 3, 4, and 5, it's arduous and painful. Especially, or it's probably less painful if you're just listening to it on the side. But if you're trying, like me, to like take notes and stuff about them, it's pain. Yelling sounds. It's not a scam, but I trust Cat has the seal of approval. Mentally, I would. I'm not about to spend a whole day rewatching VODs. Yeah. I would not wish that upon my worst enemy. Do you like to watch your own streams? I mean, I don't hate them. Like, I don't actively hate them. I don't think they're horrible or anything. But like, if I'm gonna do something, I'm not gonna watch my own streams. Because, like, it's just me, you know? I already have my own thoughts all day, so I don't need more of that. I'll watch like I've been super obsessed with this one YouTuber that I can't believe I haven't heard of till now. She's so funny. It's Frogbait, Freaky Frogbait, or just Frogbait. Frogbait is so funny. I love her. Go watch Frogbait, everybody. But yeah, I like every time I am not reading Dorohedoro and I just want to listen to something, I just listen to Frogbait rant about something. Or like rant's a mean word to say because like she clearly puts efforts into her video. Funky Frogbait, yes, funky, not Freaky Frogbait. Oh my gosh, Freaky Frogbait. I don't want to know what that entails. Their alt channel. But yeah, Funky Frogbait. I don't think there's been any other YouTubers I've been totally obsessed with. Of course, I've been following CoffeeZilla. My lines are so wobbly today. Have you heard of Chad Chad? She does similar videos about complaining and high effort edited skits. Ooh, I'll check that out. Complaining. As for the lesson 5 video, wait, can I put another character on the wheel? Yeah, sure. Everyone gets two. Two max. Brutal Moose is also good at showcasing nostalgic things. Ooh. Oh yeah, frick. Redline? I think Redline's the name of the YouTuber. I really like Redline. As for like the nostalgia stuff and like exploring dead video games. It's pretty funny. Bad man. Was there an what? Yeah, Redline does sound familiar in the anime context, but I didn't know there's a anime movie. Animation is incredible. Ooh. The animated cars in 2D. Oh, you have my attention. I completely understand why we do cars and things like that in 3D. It's fine, right? It's tough. I understand the constraints, but whenever you have stuff like Akira and oh my gosh, Vinny had this in an animation showcase recently. When he was going through like animation art history stuff. I think it's the same person who made Akira. Had this like cool one-shot animation, or like one-take animation, and it had that kind of clickety clackety stuff. Or of course, Memory Stink Bomb. It's a great example of that. I just love it. I don't know why. Whenever you said Cars, my brain went to Life is a Highway. Life is a highway. Art is so hard. I'm just gonna use AI for the rest of the 250 cylinder challenge. My microphone is in the way. I don't think you have the capacity for that. Oh my god. Yo, wait. I need to. Here, wait. I'll be right back, guys. That was thunder. Believe it or not. Oh my god. Wait, okay. Double be right back. We're we're gonna keep my phone open for any weather alerts. Um, but we'll continue the stream. You will probably hear a lot of thunder. I love thunder too. But the sky is currently a color that I don't like. So if I randomly go offline, my power probably went out, and we'll call it for the night stream wise. In Berg, yes, you can have as much rain as you want. So let's try to finish this cylinder before my power goes out. Because it will happen. I'm gonna start charging my phone. Remember, everybody, whenever it starts raining and you think your power may go out, put your devices on chargers and get if you have external chargers or whatever they're called, backup batteries. Make sure you get those ready. Some flashlights, candles. all the stuff. Oh, cleaning up all the bird seed's gonna be such a pain. What do you do when the power goes out? I usually just kind of stay put. You know, regroup with my family if necessary, but we're all in the house, so. Hope that it's not out too long. Freak out. Start mashing vases against the windows. Tearing apart curtains. Praying that my ice cream doesn't melt in the freezer. Start boarding up windows. Throw myself out my window. I put on a nightgown and light a candle and start writing my manuscripts of the night, cursing those who have wronged me with the eerie pitter patter of the rain. As the storm marches through the night. When I hear a bump that sounds too eerily, that's a lot of thunder. I'm done with this bit. Strike me down, Zeus. You don't have the balls. Huge. I'm not afraid to die. Oop. 9 souls bow. Is bow? Who's bow? Who's bow? Is that the main character? The protagonist. Oh, huge. I'm so down for drawing bow. John Ninesoul. Very cool. Anyone know how to do a front roll? I was taught when I was really young in a summer camp, and I could maybe do one. But I always did it wrong and got yelled at because they're like, you could hurt yourself. Yee. Yeah, okay then. Let me add you to the wheel of names. Cool. There are currently 7 names. I'm going to try one now. Wish me luck. Please be very careful and make sure you watch a couple YouTube tutorials and maybe have someone on standby because you can hurt yourself. I've seen people do it before. This weird, like, line mixture right here is definitely gonna mess me up. Cool, cool. Gonna give myself a second of brain break and then hope my power doesn't go out and then we can continue with this. Hopefully, I don't want to say, oh, look, the weather's calmed down, but. Ooh, Bernard Chang's live. Everybody. I would raid him, but like, I feel like raiding people with small followers is a bit awkward. I don't want to force that upon him. But we do owe him for him raiding us so long ago. Rip Bozo Bear says. Oh no, my internet went out. But my power did not. I'm back. I'm fighting. I'm surviving. You think we'd be taken out that easily? Nah, come back here. You guys have to stay for the whole stream. These guys thinking they could just get out of a Kavel stream just because a little bit of lightning hit me. But it was like a comically loud lightning strike. And I wanted to like comment on how loud it was, and then I looked back and everything was red. It was like, you have been disconnected. It's like, oh shoot. Oh my gosh, that lightning. Guys, put a like and subscribe if you think my power is gonna go out tonight. And if you think I'm gonna get struck by lightning personally, share it with 3 of your friends. If lightning happened during that ellipse, I would have messed everything up. It sounds like your stomach is rumbling. Oh, story time. I was at the dentist today, and like, you know, the dentist was like on my right, and you know, she was. I'm in the same predicament Germa was, where like she was drilling in my mouth. She was yeah, and like I guess her stomach was rumbling, and it was really awkward. It was not the like, I didn't want to address it, of course, and so I just like acted like nothing was happening. Oh, I don't want to work out tonight. This rain's making me tired. Swung a bit too much right there, but I think it's okay. Thunder got him. I'm still here. I'm still streaming, am I? Looks like we're good on all ends. I think Cat's just lying. Oh, unstable. What the friggity frick? No, I have excellent connection. My face when Cat lies. My face when Cat is deceitful. Oh, Mentalona. Oh. Come on, only a couple lines left. We're racing Thunder right now. I swear, I've been getting more BetterHelp ads the more I've watched Funky Frog Bait. Delano. Apparently BetterHelp not good. I've not used BetterHelp for my healthcare. I've used, why am I forgetting the service right now? For the therapist that I've consulted, I've used Doctor on Demand, and I can testify that the one therapist and psychiatrist I've talked to on Doctor on Demand has been great, but it's also been covered by my health insurance and probably wouldn't be that affordable if I didn't have health insurance. I cannot attest towards BetterHelp. Is my internet going to survive after that lightning strike? We'll see. I've actually been lying about the rain. It's just I'm very hungry, but I've been masking it as that. As thunder. But I've heard from the grapevine about BetterHelp. I saw it in a video. It was like YouTube sponsors aren't good, and like BetterHelp was in there. And I think somewhere I saw a video about BetterHelp being scummy, but I don't know. Oh, yikes. Are you okay? Oh, goodness. I don't like this game. Ooh, sometimes safe answer. Cool. Alrighty, that was our cylinder for the night. Let's end the stream before the lightning gets us and this Truth or Dare session gets out of hand. So, yeah, we plan on... Oh, wait, review time. For a one box today, I wish we were more confident in our lines. That's about it. For all of my ellipses in the bottom, I feel like I go too far down here to compensate. I get too squished, so just being more trusting of the existing minor axis. I think we're making a pretty good ellipse here because almost totally flip it over and it'll be symmetrical. Yeah, so that's kind of just all the review for tonight. So with that being said, everybody, thank you very much for joining me. We'll be streaming tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And Friday will be 50% Friday, and then maybe take off Saturday or Sunday. We'll figure out how I feel. But yeah, so once again, thank you all very much for joining me, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.